Good day, everyone. We welcome you back to Literary Academy. Today's lecture will be based on element of literature. So we want to continue where we stopped on element of literature. So we are only treating two elements of literature today, and the two elements of literature we are treating today are tragic flaw and Gothic literature. Now let's start with tragic flaw. Tragic flaw can also be known as hamartia. So if you have never heard about hamartia before, wherever you come across hamartia, it also means tragic flaw. Then what do we mean by tragic flaw? Tragic flaw has to do with any behavior put up or exhibited by the protagonist in a work of art which leads to his or her downfall. Let me take it again, or let me explain further. Let's take, for instance, in any work of art, there's a protagonist that everybody loves. Most especially in tragedy, there's a protagonist that everybody loves. And at the end, the protagonist put up a particular character or exhibited a particular character, which later leads to his downfall, which later leads to his or her downfall in that particular literary work. That behavior exhibited by the character that leads to its downfall is known as tragic flaw. Now, let's take a look at some behavior that can be exhibited by a protagonist in a work of art that will lead to their downfall. For instance, a protagonist that put up a behavior that people did not want in society, that people did not want in the play. So that particular behavior may lead to his downfall. Let's take for instance, the protagonist is put up an excessive pride behavior. The protagonist put up an excessive pride behavior. He is putting up pride because everybody loves him or her. He believes that he can do and undo. He can behave anyhow. So that particular behavior might later lead to his downfall at the end of that particular play. This particular tragic flaw come across the particular tragic flaw, this particular element of drama in tragedy, most especially in tragedy, because that is where we always see the downfall of the protagonist and at the end of any work of art. So that is that about tragic flaw. The tragic flaw, in summary, is the behavior that a protagonist exhibited in any work of art which later leads to his or her downfall. Now that is that about tragic flaw. Now the next one is Gothic literature. Gothic literature. Now this is a genre of literature. This is a genre that combines elements of both horror and romance. So we used to come across this type of element. We've been coming across them. You are reading a storybook, you are reading a work of art whereby you discover there is the combination of horror, the combination of elements of those things that will scare you, that made you scared whenever you are reading that particular work, and romance. That is when we have Gothic literature. When a work of art is combining the element of horror. Horror in what sense? Horror in this sense means those things that made you scared whenever you are reading a particular work of art. We've been reading type of work. We've been watching those categories of movie. And whenever we watch it, they won't be able to sleep at night any longer. And not art alone. When you are seeing an horror in a movie, and at the same time that particular work of art is also mixing romance with the horror. That is when we have Gothic literature. A perfect example of this particular work of art is a novel written by Emily Bronte, Wuthering Heights. If you look at Wuthering Heights, it mixes element of horror with romance. In fact, the central idea of that particular work is even romance, love. We have love. We're having more of love incident in Emily Bronte's work, Wuthering Heights. Then it also now mix horror element with the what? The romance element. So whenever we come across any work of art, be it drama, be it prose, that mixes horror with romance, then we say we have Gothic literature. That particular work will be Gothic work. It can be prose, it can be drama, or whatsoever. So this will mark the end of our class for today. We always love you to subscribe to our channel, subscribe and like, so you can also share whenever you come across any of our episodes. Thank you.